The COVID-19 pandemic was a tragedy on a global scale. Millions of people around the world lost their lives to the virus. Many more suffered serious illness. The pandemic also had a profound impact on the global economy. One of the most significant impacts of the pandemic was the rise of long COVID. Long COVID is a condition that can affect people who have recovered from COVID-19. People with long COVID experience a wide range of symptoms, including fatigue, brain fog, and difficulty breathing. These symptoms can last for months or even years. The human cost of the pandemic has been immeasurable. Families have been torn apart by loss. Individuals have had their lives turned upside down by long COVID. The pandemic has also had a significant impact on mental health. In addition to the human cost, the pandemic has also had a significant economic impact. The global economy has been hit hard by the pandemic. Businesses have been forced to close and millions of people have lost their jobs. The COVID-19 pandemic triggered a global economic crisis. Lockdowns and restrictions disrupted supply chains, leading to shortages and price increases. Consumer spending plummeted as businesses shut down and unemployment soared. The pandemic's economic impact varied across countries. Advanced economies like the US and UK, heavily reliant on consumer spending, experienced sharp downturns. Developing countries already grappling with poverty and limited healthcare infrastructure faced additional challenges. The pandemic exacerbated existing inequalities. Low-wage workers in sectors like hospitality and retail were disproportionately affected by job losses. Women, often bearing the brunt of caregiving responsibilities, faced additional challenges balancing work and family life. The pandemic's economic fallout highlighted the interconnectedness of the global economy. Disruptions in one part of the world quickly rippled across borders, impacting trade, investment, and financial markets. Governments and central banks around the world responded to the pandemic with unprecedented measures. They implemented massive fiscal stimulus packages to support businesses and individuals. Central banks slashed interest rates and injected liquidity into financial markets. These measures helped to cushion the economic blow, but they came at a cost. Government debt levels soared as countries borrowed heavily to finance their stimulus programs. Low interest rates, while intended to stimulate borrowing and investment, also raised concerns about asset bubbles. The road to economic recovery has been uneven. Some sectors, like technology and e-commerce, thrived during the pandemic. Others, like travel and hospitality, continue to struggle. The emergence of new COVID-19 variants poses ongoing risks to the global economy. The pandemic has accelerated existing trends, such as the shift towards digitalization and remote work. It has also highlighted the importance of investing in public health infrastructure and social safety nets. The COVID-19 pandemic has left a lasting legacy on the global economy. The pandemic's long-term economic consequences are still unfolding. One of the most significant legacies is the sharp increase in government debt. Governments around the world took on trillions of dollars in debt to fund their pandemic responses. This debt will need to be repaid or refinanced in the years to come, potentially constraining future government spending. The pandemic has also disrupted global supply chains. Lockdowns and restrictions led to factory closures and transportation bottlenecks. Businesses are now rethinking their supply chains, seeking to diversify their suppliers and reduce their reliance on single sources. Finally, the pandemic has highlighted the importance of addressing global health inequalities. The pandemic has disproportionately impacted low-income countries, which often lack the resources to provide adequate healthcare. Investing in global health security is essential to preventing and mitigating future pandemics. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.